Hi, I am Chandrakant Shendarkar. Subject of my final project is generation of cartoons from pictures of real people. This project attempts to generate cartoons from photos of people. These cartoons are also called caricatures. The basic principle behind drawing caricatures is to identify salient features of the person's face and to exaggerate them. Technologies used in these projects are OpenCV, convolution neural networks, VGG16, DLEAP, and SciPy. The stages involved are: the first one is identifying different parts of face like lips, nose, etc. Determining if size of these parts is greater or smaller than standard size. The standard size is calculated on the basis of 7,000 plus training images. And next is creating sketch from the original photograph. Then determining shape of the face. By shape of the face means whether it is heart shape, oblong, round, or square shape. Then determining if the person is smiling or not. And the last one is creating a caricature from sketch by changing sizes of part of face. The first step is identifying different parts of face. For this, we are using delete. Delete generates 68 points in XY coordinates. And from the figure, we can see that using those coordinates, we can easily identify the facial parts. Then comes this calculating change factor for these facial parts. Uh, the change the change factor is calculated on the basis of width and height of the facial part. We have calculated standard width and height of the parts using 7,000 plus training images, and it is assumed that all these sizes follow normal distribution, so that we can calculate mean and variance of these samples, and we can calculate the z value of our photograph or sizes in our photograph, and on the basis of that z value we can calculate the change factor, and it will determine whether the size of the facial part is to increase or to decrease. The next thing is creating sketch from the original photograph. This can be done using OpenCV. You can see that in the photograph, in this image, you can see the sketch. Also, the OpenCV doesn't give the accurate, some somewhat blur picture, so we have to use delete 68 points as well to get proper sketch. Once the sketch is done, we determine shape of the face. The shape of face is determined using VGG16 model. It is a pre-trained model, and we are not using the entire model, but we are removing the top layer, which is a dense layer, and designing our own dense layer. Uh, and also we are adjusting some weights. We are fine tuning and we are training the model. So some weights, some pre-trained weights are also adjusted, and we are also calculating the weights for our newly added dense layer. The shape, as stated earlier, the shape of face are heart, oval, round, oblong, and square. Once this face is determined, the next stage is detecting smile. It is detected using convolution neural network if the person is smiling or not. After completing these stages, now comes the actual stage of creating final cartoon. So the final cartoon is drawn on a fresh canvas. So for this, we are creating a matrix or a tensor of same size as the original photograph, and we start with the jaw. The jaw is drawn on the basis of face shape. Suppose the person has a heart shape, then we are taking the points that is among the 68 delete points which represents jaw, and then we are using SciPy to fit the curve. which will be similar to the heart shape. We are changing some positions so that the uh, heart shape is achieved. Suppose the person has a square shape, then we to make it more square, we are changing some positions of the points and then using the curve fitting technique from SciPy. Using this type of techniques, we are drawing the jaw. Once the jaw is ready, the next stage comes to the lips. Now the lips, if the person is smiling, we are enlarging the lips to the maximum height. This mine or not, it can be decided on the basis of the results we got from our model. If the person is not smiling, the lips are adjusted according to the change factor we have calculated on the basis of Z value. Once the lips are drawn, we are drawing nose. Similarly, we are resizing the nose on the basis of Z value, and also we are drawing the last is drawing eyes on the basis of Z value as well. Once nose, eyes, lips, and jaw is ready, the remaining details are filled from the original sketch, and our sketch is ready. Now you can see here are some examples of our sketch. You can see this sketch. Now in this image, nose of the person is small, so our code had made it even smaller. Also we can observe the lips. Lips are also resized. Here is a second example. In this example, we can see the eyes of the person are quite large compared to the face height and width. So it had enlarged the eyes. Also lips are bigger, so it had enlarged the lips as well. Now we will see our original code. So here is our code. We start with identifying one face shape. So we are using one model inbuilt or model face shape final, which is as as I've told you is a UGC16 model with the upper layers removed, and we have designed our own flat layers. Also we have freeze some of the also unfreeze some of the layers and retrain it for doing the fine tuning. Using this model, we are we are deciding what is the shape of the face. The next thing is smile detection. We are de- we are deciding whether the person is smiling or not. For this, we are using smile detection model. As stated, this model is convolution model, and this is the structure. This is the architecture of this convolutional model. Here is this model. We have this is smile detection dot ipnvy. Here we are detecting the smile. Then comes once the smile is detected, we are creating the sketch. Now, as stated earlier, the sketch is done using OpenCV and delete. Because OpenCV doesn't give us this type of a clear image, so we have to use delete 68 points as well. Once this is ready, our actual task of drawing the cartoon begins. So we get one fresh canvas and we start drawing jaw. So on the depending on the shape of the jaw which we have received in the first step, we draw the jaw. Now you can see this is jaw it has drawn a jaw. The next stage is drawing lips. Now lips are drawing on the basis of whether the person is smiling or not. So if it is smiling, we are um, we are expanding to my maximum size. That is, we are doubling the size of this lips. If it is not smiling, then we are using the standard or change factor. So we have drawn lips here. Once the lips are drawn, the third stage comes to the nose. So nodes are also reside on the basis of our factor, our change factor. Once the nodes are ready, it comes to eyes. So you can see here the eyes are quite large because the original image the eyes are large. That's why this this code has made the eyes larger as well. And once the lips, nose, eye, and eyes are ready and jaw is ready, the remaining details are filled from the original sketch. And here is our sketch ready. Now we'll see some examples of our sketch. So here are examples of our sketch. This is the one where eyes are large and lips are also large. This is second. You can see the heart shape of the chin. It had changed to the exactly heart shape. Also smiling, so it had increased the smile. This is third. These eyes are large compared to the shape of the compared to the size of the face that would have made it larger. And the lips are smaller, so it had made even smaller. This is similar one with large eyes and small lips. Also, you can notice the nose, it had cherry size the nose as well. And this one, this is example of a square jaw. You can see the it had squared the jaw further. Also, the eyes, it has increased the eyes and lips. Now, this is the project. Thanks for watching. Thank you.